What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in these streets. I'm back in these work streets. Monday. Woo, got some stuff to talk about today. We ain't gonna talk about the game, but we're gonna talk the state of the Cowboys from my eyes and my view. So I know you heard it from 3,254,000 people out there about Cowboy stuff, but you ain't heard it from me, but you're gonna hear it today. So it's almost like, where do we start from here? Let's talk about. I was on Twitter yesterday and I seen all these super positive Cowboy fans and content creators all out there. And trust me, this ain't no diss, so don't take it like that. But all them super positive people out there, they ain't being positive no more. And I need y'all to be at the front lines. Cause see, a pessimistic dude like me, I'm in the back. I'm already called it the lame duck season, so I ain't out there trumpeting in Dallas and pumping it up when you know this organization and this owner didn't do nothing for this season to make it think that this season was going to be a good season. So I wasn't going to trumpet it. And last year, when they started doing the goofy stuff and they never can beat a good team, I said they was going to choke in them playoffs. Even though I believe I thought it was going to happen, but as soon as you got that Green Bay schedule and everybody's talking about you ain't lost a game at home, you knew it was coming. You knew the ass kicking was coming because that's what Dallas does. But after that ass kicking from Green Bay, I was officially off the train. I had tried to drink the Kool-Aid for a couple years, went back and forth. My internal feelings then said, don't ever trust this organization. Don't ever trust them Joneses because it's always going to be the same thing. But I always try to reach out there in faith and be like, nah, because I don't know. It could be different. Look at this team. Look at that. But you know what? Still, failures. Either it's from the front office, it's from the coaching, it's from the players. This fail. So I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid ever again. I'm not believing in it ever again. And I'm Mr. Pessimistic until I see real stuff. It's going to be Mr. Pessimistic. But all you frontliners, you 100% faithful, you 100% go hard for the organization. You 100%. You ain't a whiner and you ain't a quitter. Y'all 100% people stay on the front lines. Stay finishing the fight. Like Jason Garrett and them used to say, stay finishing the fight. Y'all can't quit now. Y'all can't. We need you at the front line. People like me gonna be in the back like, but y'all frontliners need to stay up there. I don't want to see no white flags raising, and I don't want to see nobody talk about no draft and nothing like that. I want to see y'all finishing this out and y'all going all the way to the end. Don't stop now. You got to go all the way to the end. You got to fight it all the way out to the end because ain't no quitters, and that's the way it is. So I need y'all to still stay at that front line and keep on finishing that fight. I'm just playing, man. It ain't that serious, but seriously, though. But let's talk about these Joneses right quick and basically my feelings and thoughts. So I don't like the Joneses. I don't know you personally, so I can't say I don't like you personally because I never met you. So personally, you might be cool. But football-wise, I don't like you at all. I don't like Steven. I don't like Jerry. None of them Joneses, maybe Charlotte because she stay out the way. But all you other Joneses, I don't care for none of y'all football-wise because y'all not football people. Y'all hoard the organization. Ain't nothing but Joneses riddled through their organization. Y'all don't let nobody in except for Will McClay. And that's just because, to me, he's a yes man. And I ain't hating on you, Will McClay, but you're a yes man to me. And that's why they stay messing with you, because you do all the heavy lifting and they take all the credit. And you're cool with that because they pay you so well, whatever. But you're a yes man to me, and that's why it works. Because any other organization, this wouldn't be working like that. But like I said, it's riddled with Joneses. It's nothing but y'all. And y'all swear y'all football people, and y'all not. You had a 5-year run, Jerry, a 5-year run, but you had a football guy with you. You didn't come in there with Jerry Jones and some peon coach and won 3 championships. You didn't come in with that. You came in with a dog and Jimmy Johnson. Say what you want about him with Miami, whatever, but with Dallas, he was a dog and he's a damn good coach. He won a national championship. He won NFL championship. He's a dog coach, so say what you want. That man is the one that helped usher in new life to the Dallas Cowboys organization. You was the plug. You had the money. You feel me? You had the cash. You had the boldness and you had the cash. Jimmy Johnson was that guy who knew football. And that's why y'all made that move. And that's why y'all came back so quickly. You had a football guy. As soon as y'all had that little spat or whatever, and you don't have the football guy no more, and it's just you, well, guess what? It's been nothing but failures. You keep on trying to prove to everybody you're a football man, you and your son. Try to keep on proving y'all football guys, y'all not. And that's why it keeps on failing like this. And then y'all won't let other football people in the organization because y'all hell-bent on proving to everybody that y'all can win without Jimmy. That's what it is. You're chasing ghosts. And to me, it ain't going to work because y'all ain't football guys, and it's going to be a nasty circle because you're always in the middle of it. But anyway, as I said, football man left. You had a 5-year run. It's been chasing ghosts since. And then if I look at the coaches, a Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, Bill Parcells. The coaches haven't been great that you've hired. I give you Bill Parcells, but he was retired Bill Parcells. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got guys that you could control. And then when everybody kept on saying, man, stop getting these cupcakes and these peons, you ain't got Parcells, right? And we were like, that's the guy we need. And Parcells did instill. He had some good drafts. He did instill some discipline, but he was beyond his time. And guess what? You still usurped his authority when you went and got T.O. He said, I don't want him. Don't go get him. And you still did. So even then, when you had a headstrong coach, you still meddled and did what you wanted, right? And that's why I quit. You feel me? Probably why. But at the end of the day, when we look at what's going on right now, I'm going to leave it from Jason Garrett. Because first of all, Jason Garrett should have never been a 10-year coach. Any other organization, he would have been gone. But that was your guy. That was your young, up-and-coming guy that you want to prove to the world. We got a young guy, too. We got a young guy. But this was a guy that was nothing but a peon. Not a peon, but So first, I ain't going to call Jason Garrett a peon. But y'all tried to hype this dude as the next up-and-comer, and he was just a guy that y'all could control. Same thing. So, this is the same thing, 2019, 2024. It's the same lame duck season. People saying this reminds me of 2020. This reminds me of 2019. Because guess what? 2019, Ezekiel Elliott, top player, hold out. CeeDee Lamb, top player, hold out. 2019, Jason Witten retires, goes in the booth, comes back. Ezekiel Elliott leaves the team, gets cut, goes to another team, comes back. Like, it's like the same, eerily same situation from 2019 to 2024 with the lame duck status. You get what I'm saying? So, first of all, when you brought Ezekiel Elliott back, that told me you weren't in. You weren't all in. When I hear all in, yeah, you were just trying to sign Dak and you were just trying to sign CD. But you weren't all in when you signed Ezekiel Elliott. That told me first that y'all was already going to be a lame duck. There is no way in hell that you cut a running back, you let him go for a team, and then you bring him back. That makes no damn sense. That told me y'all didn't really care about this season. But, like I said, you got rid of Jason Garrett. You bring in a Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, I knew you were going to bring in Mike McCarthy because, like I said, y'all go for the name people. You didn't have no big search. You looked at Marvin Lewis, I think, and that was it. And then you brought in McCarthy. I wasn't tripping when you brought McCarthy because I know you do it, and I wanted somebody who already had some veteran stuff behind them because you getting these guys like Jason Garrett, you knew he wasn't going to do it. So I knew they were going to go after Mike McCarthy. So you go after Mike McCarthy, 2020 season, right? And then when you go after Mike McCarthy, what's the first thing you do? You did just like Bill Parcells. You usurped his authority and you went and said, you can have whoever you want, but you're going to keep Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore was your next boy wonder. He was your Jason Garrett part 2, in my opinion. So you had the boy wonder, Kellen Moore, and you said, yeah, Mike McCarthy, you can hire whoever you want, but you're going to keep Kellen Moore. That told me right there you weren't giving your coach no full authority. So I just felt like it's going to be the same thing again. So you're hoping the players and the coaches can rise above your front office because he's already saying, you can come over here and coach, but you're going to keep Kellen Moore because that's the next guy in waiting. Because that's what I felt, that they were to have him Jason Garrett part 2, have him waiting, but he didn't really have the seasoning. So you get a Mike McCarthy, 4 years. If it doesn't happen, now I got Kellen Moore who could come in and be the head coach right after that because now he got seasoning and he's a young and up-and-comer, right? But you see the dynamic. Didn't work from the beginning with Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore. And I'm going to tell you right now, I never hated on Kellen Moore as far as, like, he did some goofy things, but I thought he was a good offensive coordinator. I do not think Kellen Moore is going to be a good head coach, just from my perspective. But I think he's a good offensive coordinator. He had Dallas with top offenses the whole time, rushing and receiving. Yes, he did. Yes, he did goofy stuff, but at the end of the day, he's kept top offenses. But he's not a head coach to me. So the thing is, you two had that battle, Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, that back and forth. But as I said before, the owner already usurped the authority and said, you don't have full power because he's going to be the offensive coordinator. So right there, like I said, that messed the whole dynamic up. Then, as you seen, what happened? 2021, you go into the playoffs. You don't win. You fail. And Mike McCarthy, I'm going to blame you on that one because you said the team wasn't ready. It was nervous. You're the one that got supposed to be getting them there. You were nervous. You get what I'm saying? And you made the whole team nervous. You get what I mean? 2022, you should have had that year. That was the year you should have had. Really, that's the year I keep going back. Even with Tony Pollard, that was the year. The defense played good. Everything was there for your favor. But the front office did something goofy, in my opinion. You kept a Michael Gallup. You re-signed Michael Gallup instead of keeping Amari Cooper because you was in your feelings about what Cooper did. So, no, you shipped him off. Said we'll keep up a broke up Michael Gallup and we'll be able to do it with him and Noah Brown and them guys. Well, guess what? Whenever you play them top teams, you got to have a full arsenal of weapons or pretty much close to it. And guess what? You didn't. And it paid with injured Gallup. If you had a healthy Amari Cooper, maybe it gets you over the hump in that San Francisco game. But that was a front office thing. And then in 2023, we saw the ultimate blowout. And when we saw the blowout, that's where I felt 2023 was the all-in year, not 2024. Because in 2023, Dallas went out and traded for Brandon Cooks. They went out and traded for Stephen Gilmore with draft picks. Dallas don't be doing that. And then they drafted a defensive tackle in the first round. They hadn't did that since the 90s. And the biggest thing is they let Kellen Moore go, their boy wonder. So to me, when they let Kellen Moore go, and they did all those other things, that was them telling you, Mike McCarthy, this is our all-in. And what happened? You got blown out the water, got your back blown out. Packers ran up and down. So now the lame duck season was going to happen because the Joneses don't trust you no more. They don't trust anything about you. So they weren't going to go all in. They weren't going to go out there and get them free agents and go out there and get them players because no longer they don't want you no more, Mike McCarthy. They were done with you because they felt like they went all in their aspect. And when they did it, you choked. So they have no trust for you. You in lame duck status. They're not going to renew your contract. But Jerry don't like firing people. So he'd rather you just write out your contract and then it happened that way. Well, that's the way it's happening. You're writing out your deal because after this deal, it's over. You get what I'm saying? So when you lost 12 free agents, you didn't replace them. You signed an Ezekiel Elliott, who to me is past his prime. You don't replenish. You don't get draft picks as far as running backs. You don't hit the things that you really need this year. Told me it was lame duck status. And that's your owner trying to fib to the players and the people out there that you're going all out and doing everything for this organization, and you don't. And that showed it right there. So I can't trust this organization. I'm not going to believe it. Maybe you younger Cowboys fans who haven't seen what I've seen will go harder than I will. But I've seen a lot more, in my opinion, and I just ain't falling for this foo-foo stuff with Jerry. I know what he is, and I know what he does, and I try to look past it. But these last few years have just been like, nah, dog, you the same and always been the same. And as long as you're on the financial side and not on the Cowboys football side, it's always going to be failures. Because this ain't football first organization. This is marketing first organization, football next. You get what I'm saying? And that's what they're always going to do. When you brought Ezekiel Elliott back, that's a marketing tool. When you brought Jason Witten back, that's a marketing tool. That wasn't nothing to get your team over the hump. Nowhere in you thought in your green head that those guys were going to take you over the hump by bringing them back. So that just tells me, y'all not football guys, and y'all need football guys around you. And until you get them football guys around you, it's going to be these repeated failures. And then when I keep on hearing how Dallas is so great with drafting, and we build through the draft and we're going to sign our own. And, you know, we ain't really going to go crazy in free agents. We ain't going to be setting the record and setting the bar as far as that no more. Okay, well, as long as you've been doing that, that's why these failures come. Because when I look at the draft from 2016, yeah, you hit on Dak. Ezekiel Elliott, you hit on him for a short time. Nobody else did, though. Nobody else. You had Darren Jackson, Rico Gathers, Kayvon Frazier. Nope. Anthony Brown, suspect. Malik Collins, he's still playing the league, but did you renew his deal? Nope. He was somewhere. He's with San Francisco. Next year, 2017. That was a terrible draft. Taco, Cheeto, Jordan, Ryan Switzer, Xavier Woods, Marquise White, Joey Ivy, Noah Brown, Jordan Carroll. Was that a successful draft? No. You only got Jordan Lewis coming from that team, and ain't nobody else really did nothing significant, and you didn't offer nobody else no second deal. Let's go over here. 2018. LVE, Connor Williams, Michael Gallup, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., Dalton Schultz, Mike White, Chris Covington, Cedric Williamson Jr., Bo Scarborough. Ain't none of them players on the team, right? And injuries killed Gallup and LVE, right? We know that. Connor Williams had a decent career. Dorrance Armstrong is turning up in Washington. He's pretty good. Dalton Schultz, you didn't renew him. You signed him to a one-year deal. Cedric Wilson Jr., you let him walk. Next year, Tristan Hill, Connor McGovern, Tony Pollard, Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson, Donovan Wilson, Mike Weber, Jalen Jelks. This is 2019. Who's the only one playing from the team? Donovan Wilson. Tony Pollard, you had him. He's turning up in Tennessee. He ain't with y'all. You could have signed him, but what did you do? Oh, after Ezekiel was gone, after he got a broke up ankle and he ain't even fully repaired, then you want to sign him to a 1 year, 10-year deal. And we knew you was only signing him 1 year. And then look, now he goes over to Tennessee where he's fully healthy, and now he's running like a beast. Connor McGovern, he was decent. I thought he was decent his whole career with Dallas, but y'all kept hating on him, and guess what? He's somewhere else, right? Donovan Wilson, overrated. Let's go to 2020. CeeDee Lamb, Trevin Diggs. Lamb's a dog. Trevin Diggs, he's good. Not a dog right now, but he's very good. Neville Gallimore, I don't know where he's at, but he ain't with Dallas. Reggie Robinson, no. Tyler Biadasz, he turning up over in Washington. Bradley Anae, no. Ben DiNucci, no. 2021, Michael Parsons, you hit on it. Kelvin Joseph, no. Osa Ogadazua, he's been a good player, but I don't know if Dallas is going to re-sign him. Chauncey Golston, he may come back to Dallas because he'll be cheap. His market ain't going to be high. You get what I'm saying? And he's an okay player. Nashawn Wright, no. Jabril Cox, no. Josh Ball, no. Simi Fehoko, no. Quentin Bohanna, you should have kept him, no. Israel Mukamo, he's just now getting to play. He been in the doghouse. Matt Farinaugh, no. 2022, Tyler Smith, we like him. He's a good player, right? Sam Williams, can't trust him. Jalen Tolbert, 3rd round pick, just okay. Jake Ferguson, we like Jake, but he's not great, but he has a trajectory going up. Matt Walesko, terrible. Deron Bland, good find. Damone Clark, no. John Ridgeway, gone. Devin Harper, gone. Last year, Mozzie Smith, he ain't it. I don't care nobody tell me. He ain't it. Luke Schoonmaker, he could be a good player. You drafted him round 2 to be a better than a good player. That's what he's not. Demarion Overshown, I like him. That's one of your gems in this draft. Fehoko, no. Asim Richards, ain't seen the field. Eric Scott, gone. Deuce Vaughn, no. Jalen Brooks, no. I think Deuce Vaughn maybe with the right coach, but it ain't going to happen right now. And Jalen Brooks was a 7th round draft pick, and he's just okay. You get what I'm saying? So where's these great drafts? These drafts are okay. I'm going to give Dallas a C from 2016 to now. I'm going to give Cowboys a C. I ain't giving them no B or A. People be hyping up the draft. There have been okay drafts. They ain't been great drafts. And when you go through all them players, tell me how them players have re-signed and when we sign our own. There ain't a lot of ones that they signed their own on here. And they don't touch no free agency. Name top free agent they had since, let's say, 2016, since Dak been here. Name one top free agent that they brought in here that was an absolute dog without. Nobody, right? From free agency. And they love the undrafted free agents, which is okay. But that's your backups. Undrafted people, that gets exposed. When you pick up people in free agency and they over 30, 32, 33, 34. I've named all the players that you should have got when they were in peak season. Linval Joseph, Jordan Phillips, Anthony Barr, Dalvin Cook, what's my guy that was our defensive tackle that went over to Seattle? It's slipping my mind. Y'all know who I'm talking about. but I named all these people to sign these people before they turn over 30 and they can't help the team. But what does Dallas do? They sit on their hands. They wait till you get injured. They wait till you get older, and they wait till they're cheaper. And then they're like, yeah, come on board. And then they want to trumpet it. You want to sign a Linville Joseph 4 years later and then say, oh, we got a big boy in Linville Joseph. Well, he's not the Linville Joseph that he was 4 years ago. And now he's a journeyman. And is he going to really take your team over the top? So y'all a day late, a dollar short organization. Y'all cheap. Y'all don't want to go get out and get real free agents. So you get this patchwork Band-Aid people. The guys that you're drafting are okay. They're not great. And here's the thing. The reason why your team looks better than it does is because the teams that you beat are not great teams. You beat average teams, mediocre teams. You're not beating the upper echelon guys. Last year, you didn't beat the Buffaloes. You didn't beat the Miamis. You didn't beat the Niners. You didn't beat those squads. When you played the KCs, you didn't beat them. You know what I mean? When you've had opportunities to play these top teams, you don't beat them. You beat up on these regular squads, and it buffers up the win total. So it makes it look like this team is just really good, but actually it's really average. And it's deceiving because you're a top-heavy team, and when one of those guys get hurt, just like with Jason Garrett, your season is done. You get what I mean? So from my perspective, I'm not believing this foo-foo-ness, this lies from these Joneses, and I'm going to stay pessimistic, okay? I'm not believing this. So when I see this team when I see that this team really puts a real foot forward, then I'm going to talk different. But as long as the Joneses are here and they're staying where they're at, because I don't see them changing in no facet, where is this going to change, and where do y'all think Dallas all of a sudden is going to be better? Now, when you talk about these coaches for next year, as I get ready to close, I'm not listening to the Ben Johnson, the Bobby Slovic, the Cam Robinson, whatever. These young and up-and-comers. Show me where they'll come to Dallas and deal with this stuff, and Jerry, and let this man squash out your real beliefs in offense and defense. Is he really going to let you coach? Those guys with those innovative minds really want to come to Dallas? And I'm tired of people acting like Dallas is the world's greatest place to come. These players, these owners, these agents, they all talk to each other. And I know they ain't saying Dallas is the best destination to go, but it's the best destination to use to get you some money. But it ain't the best destination to go. I don't believe one of these young and up-and-coming offensive coordinators will want to come to Dallas. I just don't believe it. You don't pay your coaches, and now you're saying you're going to pay these guys and then let them be able to coach how they want to? I don't believe it. That's why they didn't come here. That's why the coaches that come here are the trained coaches, the coaches that need something, or the coaches want to get a second chance, or coaches that just happen to be here and I can get control. Those are the coaches that come here. So my coaches that I think will come here are only two options. Kellen Moore, because now he's been seasoned as an offensive coordinator and he still got ties to Dallas, and they would love to bring him because he ain't going to cry about no damn money and salary. He's going to be happy he got a head coach job. You feel me? And you definitely can control Kellen Moore. That's why I can see them bringing in. And if they bring him in, I'm not rooting. I'm not hyping nothing. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be fakeness, and y'all can call it what you want. Now, everybody's jumping on the Bill Bellichick train. I've already said Bill Bellichick. I said as soon as he got done with New England, he going to come to Dallas, okay? Because everybody, we need culture change. Just like he was screaming for Bill Parcells. We need culture change. We need culture change. Remember when they had Wade Phillips and then they switched to Bill Parcells because people caring about the culture change. No, Wade Phillips too soft. Wade Phillips too soft. And he was winning games, but he was too soft. Sounds like Mike McCarthy with the eerie familiar. And no, let's go get Bill Parcells. We need a headstrong coach. Now with everybody calling for Bill Belichick. Man, it sounds like a broken record here in Dallas, man. It just does. So, you can get a Bill Belichick. I will be curious with Bill Belichick, but I don't want his old ass here because he's 80, about to be 80, and he didn't win when Brady left. Brady left, he didn't win. Brady left and went to Bucks and won a Super Bowl. When he left and Bill Belichick was still there with his boy, Matt, whatever his name is, did they win? No. They parted ways after that. So I don't know about this Bill Belichick aura. He had Tom Brady all them years. You went to the playoffs with Matt Castle. Okay, and I ain't saying you ain't a great coach, but you had a Tom Brady too. You feel me? And I talked to Mike White. Is that dynamic going to work with him and Will McClay? Because he going to want full control. Is Jerry going to give him full control? Is he going to control the draft? And what about Will McClay? All those things are out there. But I will be more curious if Bill Belichick, just because of his track record, but I still feel like it's going to fail. And it's always something else with Dallas. Oh, well, if we get this, we're going to win. Or if we just do that, well, we're going to win. Or if we just get Bill Belichick, now we're going to be back. Or no, it's not. It's always the same thing. And the always common denominator is the Joneses. And as long as they are over top of this organization, doing the same things that they've been doing and don't willing to change, Dallas ain't going nowhere. Period. Big Game James, I'm out. I'll see you on that final word, too. Peace.